Let's talk about the thumbnail. Tim Kennedy, Brendan's best friend, Brendan's confidant, Brendan's new Rogan, Brendan's new possible co-host. If Callan leaves the sinking ship that is T-Fat-K because of this pending RICO potential lawsuit against actually, I retract that, lawsuit against Brendan. Tim Kennedy himself has finally admitted he's a liar. Liar, pants on fucking fire. Tengo calor. That's how much on fire he is. Tengo calor. Tim Kennedy is a liar. He posted this statement 10 hours ago on his Instagram stories confessing as much. All of those YouTube videos, a bunch of podcasts, I've got the name, Anti-Hero Podcast. Big up Anti-Hero Podcast. They're fully vindicated. Big up Anti-Hero Podcast. Fully vindicated. Now, don't get me wrong. When I first stumbled across Tim Kennedy, did I think some of his war stories were a little bit exaggerated? Yes. Did I think he put a little bit of Salt Bay salt on these fucking stories? Yes. Did I think he was doing them for comedic entertainment purposes? Yes. But did I think he absolutely lied about big swaths of his army experience, of his combat experience, about awards and all this sort of stuff? No. I think he exaggerated stuff, but I didn't think he flat out lied about shit. But ever since these podcasts have come up with other former vets talking about their experience, and obviously you would imagine in the army, unless you pass away, of course, but if you're still around, it's a very small community. It's a very tight-knit fraternity, as Brennan would say. It's a very tight-knit fraternity, right? So you'd imagine if what you said was true, there is somebody somewhere out there that can vouch for it. Plus, I imagine the army probably keeps decent records, but there's always somebody out there that can vouch for, yeah, he or she was a badass. He or she was this and that. Somebody could always vouch for you. And the fact that there wasn't many people vouching, and that's the thing about Tim Kennedy that's really fucked up about this, right? If I'm remembering correctly, when Tim Kennedy first came about, I started listening to like Jocko Willink and those type of guys. And I remember there was a rumor or there was a suggestion that Tim Kennedy's, war experience, combat experience was a bit exaggerated or downright fucking fabricated. And I remember Jocko Willink and a few of those people not wanting to talk about it. Like, that's how much, like, respect they put on each other for the time and for serving their country in general. They knew he was lying, but they kind of gave him grace. So the fucked up thing about Tim Kennedy is that I think the military community purposely didn't jump out the window and immediately call him a liar. They kind of gave him grace. They kind of like, you know what? We're going to let you kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because maybe if you tell a tall tale on a podcast, it might inspire somebody to join the military, to serve their country, whatever. Whatever. They kind of gave him grace. But I think the moment that book came out, I think that's when things changed. When he put it on fucking black and white, when he put it on paper, and he started spouting up all these lies, and he wanted to be remembered a certain way that wasn't true, that's when people went crazy. Me personally, the thing that turned me off about Tim Kennedy was when he started talking about the things that he did, and he started saying that the person that could verify what he did and co-sign it was some guy that died in combat. That's when I thought Tim Kennedy's a piece of shit. I was like, oh, so the only person that can actually say what you did was true or not, conveniently passed away in war. That's when I knew that guy's a piece of shit. That's when I knew. Because if you're using the name, the legacy of your dead comrade as a way to kind of inoculate yourself from fucking criticism, to put himself up as a somewhat of a human meat shield, so no one could kind of say anything to you. Oh, like, my dead fucking... Like, come on, man. You're a piece of shit. So let's read the fucking statement anyway, to begin with. Enough of my blurb. This is Tim Kennedy's post on Twitter. So, on Instagram. Here's what he says as an apology. I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. A mistake. Yeah, right, bro. You got called out, and that's why you're admitting this. You would never admit this if those podcasts didn't exist. Big up Anti-Hero Podcast and big up every other, what you call it? Army, whatever, combat, whatever you call them. Veterans, fucking YouTuber, that whole world of guys. The guys who fucking drink coffees out of those fucking camping cups. Those steel ones, right? The ones who have fucking knives on tables and shit and love CrossFit and wear really tight sleeve shirts and always have beards and love wearing hats that say like America or have that thin blue line logo on it. You guys are a bit dodge, but I love you guys. Let's continue. I want to take full unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I was unintentionally misstated aspects of our military service. Unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service is the biggest, most flagrant attempt to minimize the fucking level of his lies, isn't it? Unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. Fuck out of here, nigga. Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star with Valour. That is not true. He lied. He lied. I'm doing the Kiddo Casino way when they talk about fucking DSP. He's fat. He lied. He's a liar. Straight to hell. That is not true, and there is no excuse for it. I've never received that honor. I deeply regret ever suggesting otherwise. That kind of recognition is sacred. It represents extraordinary courage under fire, acts that risk or cost lives. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said was disrespectful. What I said disrespected your service, and I take full ownership of that. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Oh my God. This fucking guy. I can't wait to hear how Brendan spins this. I can't wait to hear how Brendan... Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? You know what? Imagine if Brendan tomorrow says, oh yeah, I'm glad Tim Kennedy posted that. I was actually talking to him about that. I suggested he does that. Could you imagine Brendan trying to spin it that way? His fucking liar, pants on fire friend, the one he was defending, the one he left that comment. Remember that comment he left in the fucking in the comment section of that podcast about, oh yeah, lions don't talk to sheep. You remember that whole shit he wrote? Now he's fucking admitting he's a fucking liar. I wonder how Brendan's gonna spin it. I bet he does spin it that way. I bet he tries to take credit for this apology. I bet you Brendan tries to take credit for his apology. Just you watch. Or just you wait and see. I was young. Let's continue the statement. I was young when I stepped into the public eye. And while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or the pressure that came with it, it doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity is not situational. And I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent. To the military and veteran community, especially those who served in combat or lost people they love, I'm deeply sorry. I know I've let many of you down. You had every right to expect more from me, and I didn't live up to that. Brothers, I'm smelling something here. I'm smelling cowardice. What happened? I've not been keeping up to date with this fucking story, but something must have happened, innit? Did someone threaten him or something legally? This seems really strange. To lie all that time and to suddenly come out and admit everything unequivocally. Something is going on behind the scenes. There's somebody in the army threatening to take him to court or something. What's fucking going on? Something smells fishy here. He was lying for so long. Why would he suddenly admit to everything now? I think someone's suing him. Something's gonna come out. Maybe they're gonna strip him of some sort of thingy he's got. I don't know.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Apologises.
How do you unintentionally misstate you won an award?
Exactly.
I didn't mean to say I won an Olympic gold medal. It was an unintentional slip of the tongue. Who's buying this besides Papa?
It's the same with that Stephen Azizi guy, by the way. Same with that Stephen Azizi guy. And those comedians are all full of shit. That Stephen Azizi comedian that lied about being in the Twin Towers and all his friends forgave him and said it was perfectly fine and he didn't mean it. It was like, bruv, how do you lie about being in the Twin Towers? How do you lie and say you were in the Twin Towers and 9/11 happened? How? How does that happen? Unless you actually want to, like, fuck off, man. Fuck out of here. So I don't even think this is sincere. He got caught in a lie. The pressure was too much, but I think something has happened within the last, I don't know, 48 hours that made him scared. That's why he's panicking and wrote this, because no one that lied as much as him, because this is a pathological liar. This is Brendan Schaub level pathological liars, and Brendan hasn't even admitted that he tried to fuck Andy Liederman. Brendan hasn't even admitted to this day that he tried to fuck Kalila. Brendan hasn't admitted to this day that he was fucking giving that girl a note that cheating on his fucking wife. So if those type of guys don't admit their mistakes or lies, I don't think this is a sincere thing. This is definitely done out of fear. Definitely done out of fear. Oh, big up Mr. Bob. Is that true? Big up Mr. Bob. Yes, AZ, he was getting threatened to be stripped of his accolades. Okay, there we go. That explains it. Big up Case of Moses. His lawyers asked him to do this. Watch the video. Okay, there's a video of it. Okay, I didn't know. There's a video. Okay, cool. Where's the video? Is that on his channel? Where's the video, brother? Is that on his page? What video are you talking about? I just see a post here. What video? Let me know. This apology is not the end, it's the beginning. I'm committed to rebuilding trust through honest reflection, visible accountability, and ongoing service to the community I've misrepresented myself to. I will no longer speak about my service in a way that elevates me beyond what I actually did. I'll no longer lie from now. Lols. From now on, my words will be guided by truth, humility, and respect. Fuck you, man. Honestly, get fucked. I understand that words alone don't heal disappointment or restore trust. Only time and action will. Thank you for those who've held me responsible. Thank you for those who held me accountable. I will do my best to honor that accountability from this point forward. Signed, Tim Kennedy. Okay, where's the video of him talking about it? Let me see. Queso said there's a video. Where's the video? Okay, there's the Instagram post. Actually, let me read the comments. Let me see the comments. What they're saying in the comments here. We all okay. Big up King Bayu. Appreciate you. Yeah, they honestly should just strip Tim Kennedy, because you can't be faking shit like that. Then all of a sudden beg for mercy. Nah, mate. Exactly. But that's the thing, though. Aren't like military people really like honorable and chill? They're most likely gonna accept this, isn't it? Isn't the military known to be a little? I wouldn't say soft, but like, you know, now that he's, you know, essentially like flagellated himself online, right? Maybe they'll just feel sympathy for him and be like, you know what? Let's just allow him. Let's not go through with the fucking stripping. But they should strip him to teach him a lesson and others people. To set a precedent of like, you can't go around just saying you won awards that you didn't. Do you know what I mean? You can't go around desecrating the legacy of others. Like, you can't just do that. But I don't think they will. I think they'll just probably let him off in it. Oh, really? Big up Younger Vibes. No, they won't. It's the things he lied about unforgivable. Okay, really? Okay, cool. Yo, big up my guy, Jay Capo. Big up my guy, Jay Capo. We all make mistakes, Tim. It's a real man takes responsibility, and the fact that you did tells me all you need to know. Respect. Okay. Big up Jay Capo. Maybe Jay Capo served, so maybe he's got more experience, that sort of thing. Another person said, yeah, interestingly, I hope you feel the same relief. I imagine it's hard to be in this spot. Your reality is yours. Just be okay with it. Another one said, okay, so far, 2 positive comments. Okay, I'm surprised. I thought we get more hate. The number of people whose reading comprehension is so poor that they think this is an apology is sad. Saying that very intentional actions were unintentional invalidates the entire apology. Ooh, good point. Good point. Saying that very intentional actions were unintentional invalidates the entire apology. It's similar to what Asad Aziz says earlier, right? In the donation, like, how do you unintentionally misstate you won an award? Exactly. Big up this person, young something. Rarely, if ever, do people publicly admit mistakes. Sign of a good man. Respect. I don't think it's a sign of a good man. I think it's a sign of a man that's scared, man. I don't think it's a sign of a good man. He's scared. This is pure fear, personally. Another person here says, we got this before GTA 6. Again, I love that meme. On the bright side, SIG can sponsor him now. What does that mean, by the way? What's SIG? Is SIG a gun manufacturer or something? I don't get that analogy or whatever it said there. Another one says, yeah, it's okay, brother. None of us want to die. Well, none of us want to die for Israel at the end of the day. Another person says, mistake, bro. Mistake, bro said something on purpose. Double down on it with an explanation on how he got it. And that's a mistake? LOL. It takes so much courage to publicly admit you're a mistake. A pure heart seeking self-improvement, a way forward. Love you, brother, and I admit the service and your friendship. I appreciate service. Another person says, gay. Only reason he's doing this is because USA SOC has a beautiful open case on him. Is that true? Delta Force operator sums up the lying fraud that Tim Kennedy is.
So now, when he's done dressing down an officer, that never happened. And again, that's shameful. And it, like this, he has a persona of himself that he wants to be, but he wasn't. Like you weren't that guy. You weren't that guy that carries grenades around and and throws 25 in and flattens structures. You weren't that sniper that killed for hours.
Exactly.
And you weren't that guy that would dress down an officer for not doing the right thing. Well, especially because it never happened. You're just not the person that you desperately want to portray yourself to be.
Ooh. Scott, scathing words. Scathing words. Next, let's do that. Tim Kennedy stolen valor of his dead teammate in his book. Oh my God. Dead teammate. This is fucking crazy. So I didn't know. Oh my God. I thought the stolen valor thing that he did, he was saying the only person that could corroborate my story is a person that died. I didn't think that he stole the valor from his comrade that died. Oh my God. Tim Kennedy's a piece of shit. Wow.
And I was like, oh, I mean, fine. It's been a while since I've even heard anything true. He goes, that kind of happened, but it was Mike Goebel who came over the radio and said, hey, we got this guy. He looks suspicious. He's looking at us. I'm going to send a warning shot to him. Whether he did or not, I don't know. But the fact that Tim just took Mike Goebel's story and inserted himself.
That is
Wow.
wild. That is fucking wild.
Wow.
Because he knows Goebel can't come
What
out
a piece of shit.
and rebut it. That's shameful. We'll just keep using the word
It's
shameful.
not fun. I shouldn't be. It's not because
What a
it's
piece of
it's just-
shit. Okay.
I'm blown away at
Okay,
somebody's
okay.
audacity.
If you didn't laugh about it, you'd get visibly upset about it.
Okay, now I'll take it back. If you're in the special forces, if you're in the army, if you served, you can never accept Tim Kennedy back. That apology can't do shit. It will say a lot more about the army community, about the veteran community, if they accept him back. If they accept him back, if they let bygones be bygones, they ain't worth no shit. You can't, like, he took the legacy, the memory of his dead friend and made it his own. Nah. That is some next level scumbag shit. And now he's up about, oh, what was the fucking comment? What was the fucking thing he said? What did he say here? What was the line? Unintentionally misstated aspect of my military service. Unintentionally misstated. Fuck you. Oh my God. Let's see some other videos here. Let me know, because I remember they used to always post videos about him here on the Reddit. Tim Kennedy's former commander compares him to a car salesman. Let's play this one, and then we're gonna play the other one too. Let's say this one. Let's play this one. Big up everybody in the stream chat. Big up everybody watching. Like the stream if you can. Like the stream if you can.
Until he released the podcast without the intro filmed, and when I sat back and looked at the context of it, I was just like, oh my gosh, man. And I sent Tim a text. I was like, dude, why didn't you put that on there?
Right.
And I don't know, he had some ridiculous excuse. He always has excuses. I've got text after text after text.
Yeah.
Tim, thank you for coming out here doing a promo for me. It was great, man. You did a really good job. You even shot a cop and admitted to it, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of humble about it. And actually, he's really, when you sit down with Tim Kennedy, he's got a great personality. Very likable individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are the best used car salesmen.
Right. At this point, you feel like you've been bitten twice by him.
Totally. Oh,
Yeah.
was bitten twice.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
you were bitten twice
Big up
by
Joe
him.
Mibson.
Yeah,
Big
first
up
it was
Joe
just,
Mibson. Big up Joe Mibson. Big up Joe Mibson for the gifted membership bomber. 5 gifted membership. Appreciate you. Big up Joe Mibson. You're a fucking G. Big up Blood Clot Joe Mibson. Thank you so much.
Powerful bunch.
Big up Mr. Bob as well. Mr. Bob. AZ, I sent the updated video of your Discord. Okay, cool. One second, Mr. Bob. 1 second. My computer's a bit shit. 1 second, brother. 1 second. I'll open it here. and then get up on there. Big up Mr. Bob. Appreciate you.
Powerful bunch.
One second. Let me get my fucking Discord up on here. I haven't logged in here for a fucking while. Let's see what I'll go on for the Discord. Oh, I have to log in. Fuck off. 1 second.
Powerful bunch.
One sec. Bear me a second here. Bear me 1 second. Oh, it's making me log in. Okay, cool. There we go. Actually, I think I have it on my phone. Hold on. Let me open Discord on my phone. I think I have it already logged in on my phone.
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, there we go. I'm logged in on my phone. Let me get it up.
Ruben Alex Ferguson Namorim, United Savior.
I think that was. I can't even see the screen. I think that's Eric C, right? I can't even see the screen. I think that's Eric C. Of course, it's fucking Eric C. Big up fucking Eric C. Where are you? Mr. Bob, you sent it through a Discord, right? Where did you post it? In the general chat or something? Where did you post it? Oh yeah, I've got a video from him. That's that Valhalla guy, right? Cool. Let me play this Valhalla guy, then we'll go from there. Big up, Mr. Bob. Appreciate you, and big up Joe Mibson too. Thank you for the gifted member bomb, and big up Eric C. Thank you for the super chat. You're both legends. Come on, you piece of shit.
I've never said anything about having a Purple Heart or a Bronze Star with a V device.
You sure about that?
Per the source I have here, you have a bronze star with a V. Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh! Oh! Lie instantly, lie always. Wow. Okay, let's
Powerful
go.
bunch.
This is much better. Big up Asad Aziz. This is much. Big
He's
up
gone
Johnson.
from Tim Kennedy to a fucking Brim Kennedy. Hopefully he doesn't pop too many Stim Kennedys and lose his Brim Kennedy. Shout out JF Kennedy.
Big up Asad Aziz. Okay, this is brilliant. Big up, Mr. Bob. You're a legend. Thank you for this.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and you might think it's time for another episode of
Valhalla TMT is hilarious.
But no, this story officially broke yesterday, proving that the internet is forever. You can't hide from it. Yes, Tim Kennedy caught lying out of his own stupid yapper, finally, about having a Bronze Star medal with Valor, and not only that, complaining that his officer should have put him in for a Silver Star. Wow. We're going to watch that today. Yes, this story's been blasting out everywhere. I'm sure you guys may have already seen it, but we also got some extra clips that show even some crazier lies about the number of deployments and all sorts of things. Because, yes,
Jesus
again, guys,
Christ.
the internet doesn't forget.
That was like 8 years ago, asshole. People don't forget.
So we're going to jump into this thing. Finally, this dude is exposed for real. There is no refuting it. Everybody who was meat riding this dude, trying to do mental gymnastics about how
Brendan Schaub, stand up wherever you fucking are, you cunt.
maybe these awards actually existed. Game's over.
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up Young God Vibes.
Tim, go rescue those kids out the river in Texas. It's the only way, my brother.
Exactly. Get your fucking dinghy out. Jump in your fucking helicopter. Huh? Get your fucking however you pronounce that word. Carabiners. Get your fucking ropes out and go save those fucking babies. Go save those little girls. Then we might forgive you. Might.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely helps the channel. Follow us on Patreon, and we got new merch. We got the new hats in. Go check them out, all right?
There we go. That's decent merch. That makes sense, right? Army dude, weightlifting, got that fucking whole look on. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Not shitty hood. If you actually wear those type of hats, or I don't know, you want to make fucking your own wrist wraps or knee wraps and shit, that I get it. Some of the merch motherfuckers be putting out is just a straight up cash grab. At least make merch of stuff that you actually wear, you know? Stuff that kind of links or kind of has any correlation to your lifestyle, wherever it may be. That makes sense.
Let's jump into this thing. Watch this first clip. It is the nail in the coffin. And yes, guys, just to let you know, there's been a lot of Green Berets, not even talking about me, in the backside of things, working to compile all this stuff to put up
Wow.
official complaints and reports to both Special Operations Command and the Special Forces Regiment.
Okay, I'll take it back then. I was completely wrong. He's actually not going to get away with it. They're putting in official complaints. People who've served who are not even on the internet. They're not even on the internet. They're not even like media, like content creators. Just guys who served are actually putting together reports, evidence, and sending it over. Yeah, he's fucked, man. He's fucked.
And the White House. So yes,
Whoa!
they all know. We're going to cover that in the end. All right, let's jump into it.
The highest branches of government. God damn.
Watch this first beautiful clip.
I've never said anything about having a Purple Heart or a Bronze Star with a V device.
You sure about that?
Per the source I have here, you have a Bronze Star with a V. Is that correct?
Yep.
You mind telling us about what happened there?
Yeah.
How you got that?
Oh, pretty straightforward. Like, I think so. There's a bad guy, and bad guy was shooting at us, and I shot him.
Wow, you guys.
That's how I would describe it. If I was lying, a guy that's never fucking held a gun in his entire life, who's never seen a slick of fucking combat, that's how I would describe it. On the fucking Reddit forum or something, you know what I mean? Bad guy was shooting at me. I shot him. He died. Bronze Star.
Guys hear that? What an amazing tale of valor. So there was a bad guy, and he was shooting at us, and then I shot him. And that's worth a Bronze Star medal with valor, apparently. Now, I know a lot of people, obviously veterans, watch that and go, oh my God, that was such a pathetic reach to lie, because he obviously had no real story to back it up with. But for all of you who don't understand Valor Awards and sort of how difficult they can actually be to get, I'm going to put mine on the screen right now, because yes, I also have them.
Oh,
and
wow.
Mine's actually an Archon V, which is one step below Bronze Star Medal with Valor. Mine was actually downgraded from a BSM-V. So why don't you guys take a look at this? You can pause it, actually read it.
Let's read that. Let's read it.
BSM.
Here's one. Narrative recommendation for award of Army Commendation Medal for Valor to Staff Sergeant Nathaniel. Is that Nathan? Is that Nathan H. Konikisha? Staff Sergeant, United States Army, distinguished himself by exceptionally valorous achievement to United States while serving as Junior Communications Sergeant, Special Forces Operational Detachment, Special Operations Task Force, Afghanistan, on the 7th of May 2018 during Operation Freedom Sentinel, in support of Resolute Support Mission. On the night of 7th of May 2018, SSG, that whatever his name is, how you pronounce that? Kornashia, and 2 ODA teammates were advising 20 Afghanistan commandos during a combat operation in Naima village. I think I've heard that before, Naim village, or Nahin village. Tarin Ket district, what's that? Uruzgan province, Afghanistan. After the helicopter insurgent, his element maneuvered to clear a compound located on the edge of the heavily wooded area. As this element began movement from the last covered and concealed position towards the compound, enemy insurgents engaged the lead element from fortified positions with RPKs and AK-47s fire through a doorway and holes in a compound walls at a distance of less than 10 meters. Without hesitation and disregard to his own personal safety, SSG Konikshia engaged enemy defensive positions along the compound southern wall while moving from position to relative safety under enemy fire towards the lead element. While under enemy fire and in an exposed position, SSG Konica attempted to organize the commando's partner force to advance in an effort to further and suppress the element in insurgents' threat. However, due to the heavy volume of fire from the enemy held compound, multiple commandos refused to maneuver towards the compound. SSG Konica, despite the lack of commando support, continued to engage the enemy with direct fire and maneuvered through the hostile fire to suppress the enemy's defensive position. He provided covering fire as 2 ODA members threw grenades into the compound. As ODA members moved toward neutralized enemy defensive position, SSG Konica noticed an injured commando lying face down. Placing the welfare of his partner force soldier above the concern of his own personal safety, SSG Konica ran to provide care under fire. He immediately recovered the commando from the enemy threat and provided life-saving treatment to stop the hemorrhaging from the commando's arm. Once a patient was stabilized, SSG Konica returned to the area of hostile fire near the enemy defensive position and directed commandos into the compound. He continued to advise the commandos while an AC-130 gunship engaged maneuvering insurgents at a close proximity. After the enemy threat was eliminated, SSG Konica assisted the detachment of the commanders. Oh my god. And this guy got downgraded, bro. That was downgraded. That was downgraded. That's like a movie plot. That's like a scene from a movie. And he got downgraded. But fucking Tim Kennedy wants you to believe he got a Bronze Star for just killing a bad guy. Bad guy there, I killed, Bronze Star. This guy did a fucking crazy thing. Put his life on the line again and again and again. And he got downgraded. Tim Kennedy is a fucking liar.
V. So why don't you guys take a look at this? You can pause it, actually read it. And again, this is just to show you, juxtapose Tim's story about how he got a Valor Award higher than mine.
Exactly.
And the actions of what my Valor Award was worth. And also 3 of my other teammates that were involved in that directly, who did more hero things than I even did, also only got Archon Vs. Okay? So you can see how stupid that fucking story actually is. Now, this is obviously very important because as you saw here, he's been on all sorts of rants talking about how he's never said it, right? Well, we know this is what he's always done. Okay, so Oh, he's saying always the same way that Brendan does. Are they from the same place? Is he from Denver, Colorado too? He's saying always the same way Brendan does. Always. It, right? Well, we know this is what he's always done. Always. Okay, so he'll do interviews, and guys, I've shown 20 to 25 of these before. He'll do interviews. He'll give a script to the interviewer who will introduce him as having a Bronze Star Medal with Valor, and he won't refute it. This is the first time out of his own stupid mouth that he's been caught. But not only that, there's even more bullshit. Hold on. So he was purposely making it seem as if he got the Stolen Valor. No, as if he got that award, but he would never say it out of his own lips. He would give the person the script. They would read the script. Oh, this is, I'm so happy to have this guest today. Tim Kennedy, he's this, he's that, he's that. He let them say it, but he would never say it himself. That is really intentional. I'm sorry. That doesn't marry up with what he said in that statement. That doesn't marry up as unintentionally misstated aspects of my military service. That's very intentional. That's very intentionally misleading. If you hand somebody a script, knowing full well that script is full of lies, but you don't refute them, but you let them say it so that you can't get accused of lying. That doesn't sound unintentional to me, brother. Shit stories for us to take a look at today. Our buddy Dave Hookstead actually sent me these this morning. And he actually interviewed Tim a few years back. And man, I can't wait for you guys to see these. Let's talk about this.
I sometimes just want to list my credentials so people can understand that when I'm saying things, you cannot maybe find somebody on the planet that has more experience in this. You know, from
that, I just noticed the lisp as well. I just noticed the lisp. You can't have a lisp and lie. You have to pick a struggle. You can't have a lisp like that and lie too. Come on, bro.
Countless tours in Iraq, countless tours in Afghanistan, countless tours to Europe, Africa, South America, counter poaching, counter drug, piracy. Like, I've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah. Okay. Let's like he says there, you won't find a single Green Beret with more experience than this guy. So you guys know he spent basically 2 years active duty SF. He deployed not countless times to Iraq and Afghanistan. He deployed one time to each. Wow. 2006 to Iraq, 2008 to Afghanistan, and then got out of the military so he could fight in the UFC and went to the National Guard and never.
Wow, twice. This guy makes it seem like he's had like 17 tours. He went twice. Nah. Fuck this guy. Fuck that apology, man. Fuck that apology. Twice. Oh my God.
Again. So no, he's probably got some of the least experience of any Green Beret when it comes to these types of things. And you guys probably all saw that in his attempt at explaining the Iran.
Yeah, big up Ethan H. Big up Ethan S. Big up Ethan S.
And Israel conflict in the video we did a couple days ago. The dude's fucking clueless, right? But at the same time, he is brought onto Fox News as a military expert. Wow. All right. Now let's take a look at another one.
And I'm doing the same thing that all these guys next to me are doing. I guess I'm gonna be okay. But then there are other times where, we're surrounded on all sides. There's about 30 of us, and there's 400 or 500 Taliban, and they all have elevated positions, and we're all pretty sure we're going to die.
No, Tim was never surrounded by 400 Taliban. His own teammates came out and basically said everything in his book is a lie, and that Tim basically never even fired a shot in combat. So
Jesus Christ.
Wild, right? Like, that just keeps coming out of this fucking grifter's mouth. Let's look at another one.
I've been deployed. You name it, I've been there. I think I have 12.
Okay. Even the guy, like, what? Okay.
Passports.
Like, it doesn't work that way. You should be very precise. Okay. You name it, I've been there. What? Are you like some all city, all touring, like fucking super soldier? About you name it, I've been there. Usually, people that have served are very precise about where they've been and where they haven't. You name it, I've been there. He's like, okay, sure. You name it, I've been there.
Powerful bunch.
Fuck off.
Also are worried about a medal? That's your takeaway? Y'all must have forgot Tim Kennedy is my best friend and the real-life Captain America. He's being falsely confused by the Hadgers. Great Green Beret, never meddled him.
Powerful bunch.
Exactly.
Joe Rogan's BS meter is broken.
Oh, yo. Joe Rogan's BS meter. Joe Rogan's BS compass. Joe Rogan's BS ruler. Joe Rogan's BS gauge. Joe Rogan's BS thermometer. Any type of measuring device is fucking gunk. 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 Timu shit. Timu shit.
Full 12 like entirely full passports, like there's no more place to put stamps, so I have Iraq.
I'm sure egotistical, narcissistic, maniacal, braggadocious, prideful commandos, generals, sergeants, whatever, they exist. I'm sure they exist, but not to this level. Like not to this level, right? Especially not talking to civilians, not to this level. Like, the way he's talking, man, the arrogance, like, the cockiness, like, come on, bro. Real soldiers don't talk like this. Real soldiers barely like to talk about their service in the first place because of how traumatic and painful it is. This guy's like, yeah, passport stamped
Powerful
up.
bunch.
Come on.
Joe's BS meter has never been on TBH.
Oh, exactly. It's never been on yet. Joe's bullshit meter didn't come with batteries. That's what happened. Joe's bullshit, he thought it came with batteries. It didn't. He started using it, thought it's working. It never had batteries in it. Oh, big up King Bayou.
Afghanistan, of course, North Africa, South America, Europe. Yeah.
So
that's wild. I mean, he's deployed twice. So he's got 12 months deployed.
What? Big up Coiler. What? I don't remember that. The first time he was on Rogan, he said he was in an orgy with random chicks who had HIV. He's so amazing. He can't even catch HIV. Even when he very intentionally raw dogs some whore with HIV, he's such a badass. His body rejects HIV. That's how much of a badass he is. It's all that fucking pure spectrum. It's that happy hippo, right? Happy hippo, pure spectrum allowed him to not catch HIV.
I'm not really sure how he filled up that book of passports. I mean, maybe, you know, when he goes around and does fake photo ops at all these places that he's been to. If you guys haven't seen the story about him in North Carolina that the Anti-Hero podcast did on their live last night with one of the combat controllers who was actually there facilitating everything, oof, brutal watch. I recommend you guys go watch that. So again, I want you guys to know that again, it's a concerted effort. There's been hundreds of Green Berets involved. Everybody wants this dude basically tab stripped, beret pulled.
Wow.
This has gone up to pretty much every group sergeant major. These reports with.
But why has it happened? People on Stream Chat, I'm still confused. These rumors have been circulating about Tim Kennedy for a long time. Why did it all come to a head now? Is it that stolen valor thing about his dead friend, about that dead soldier, R.I.P.? Is that the reason why? Like, why did it suddenly come to head now? Why is it suddenly like gathered pace? Like, or were they always investigating it? 'Cause I feel like these rumors they've been lingering about Tim Kennedy for like years.
Hundreds of Green Beret signatures. Also, with all this proof of actual stolen valor here.
Big up Aziz, because no one cared to read the book until now. Okay, maybe that is actually the reason. People actually read the book finally, like properly. Like, hold on.
Up to Special Operations Command and is going to the White House. So I'll just say this: everyone knows. Okay, wow. I've talked to some of the highest level people at the White House myself. Told them these same stories. They just didn't care. Okay, because as of now, I'm pretty sure they just think he's kind of a useful idiot. But so let's take a little trip down memory lane and see all these photo ops and see all of the people that know everything about this guy, but continue to allow him to grift at the White House. Here we go. Yes. Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Yep,
wow.
It's all of them, guys. Man, Sergeant Major of the Army. And that one's, you know, Sergeant Major Weimer, who is a Green Beret, 100% knows about Tim's stolen valor, and he continues to do photo ops. That's probably the most disappointing of them all. And also, guys, I know all these people, not all of these people, but plenty of these people watch my channel. Why? Because they've emailed me. I've talked to them. Also, they leave comments in the channel. So, yes, the U.S. Army knows. Yes, Special Forces Command knows. Yes, Sergeant Major Weimer knows. All these people know. They just don't give a fuck because they have no integrity whatsoever, especially you, Sergeant Major of the Army, Weimer.
Woo!
Let me just point at you and say, you're the biggest fucking problem out of everybody. I don't really care what you think about that.
Go on!
And, yeah. So, guys, again, this is beautiful because, again, it's finally out of his own, you know, out of the horse's fucking mouth himself. Straight up lying. Yes, I have a Bronze Star Medal with Valor. And then also, as you saw, I don't know if I put it up yet. Here's the transcripts, if you guys want to see from the rest of that interview, where he complains about how it's not also it wasn't a silver star. Timmy, you didn't get a silver star for that. Again, dude never did anything in combat. Let's just call a spade a spade. His entire persona is fucking bullshit. It's all made up.
Jesus Christ.
And he's been outed by his teammates and now
shit.
by video evidence.
What a piece of shit.
What more are we waiting for here, Special Forces Command? Also, Brent Tucker said on his live last night, he reached out to Tim directly, sent him that video, and asked him if he wanted to give a official response on the record. And Tim's response was, the video won't load. Yeah, buddy. I'm sure you're not aware of what's going on right now. Good. Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this one.
Him.
Also, me and Brent Tucker.
I like him.
At least I think he is from what we talked about.
Also, guys, let me subscribe. I like this guy. This guy's got a good channel. I need to keep up to date. Has you got any other videos? You have got an update about this? This guy killed it. That was a fucking good video. Wow, bro. I got it completely wrong. He's fucked, bro. He is fucked. I guess no one was too bothered to look into him, or maybe like say the book thing just happened, or maybe Anti-Hero podcast kind of, you know, were the one that kind of got ahead of it because they were reading every fucking chapter in that fucking book, going through it line by line. But it looks like he kind of got away with it for a while, and then he stopped getting away with it, and now he's paying the ultimate price. Fucking hell, exposed as a fucking liar. So there we go. Here we go. Here's the video. Tim Kennedy finally admits to lying about Stolen Valor Awards. There we go. Oh no! No! My guy, Jocko Willnick, no! Jocko simping for fucking Tim Kennedy. Oh man, I like Jocko. Nah, I can't watch that video. It's gonna break my heart. I can't watch that video. It's gonna break my heart. I can't watch that video. It's gonna break my heart. I can't watch it. We watch this one, but I can't watch that Jocko one. No, not fucking Jocko. Oh. Okay, let's go.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And yes, if you haven't seen it already, Tim Kennedy finally, after 7 long, grueling months, put out this half-assed admission, half-assed apology, finally sort of admitting to the fact that, yes, he lied multiple times about having Valor Awards and Bronze Star medals with Valor, kind of like the 10 videos I put out exposing it. And man, you know what? There's a lot of you out there that owe me and Brent Tucker an apology because yes, it turns out we were right the entire fucking time. Now, why should people are going to say he finally?
To be fair, take a victory lap. You deserve it. Take a victory lap. Take a fucking victory lap. You deserve it.
Admitted something about it. You should leave him alone. Fuck no. It took 7 months. We're going to go through this half-assed, written by a lawyer apology or whatever it's supposed to be. I'm going to talk about why he wrote this, okay? So that's what we're going to do in this video. It's not going to be a real long one. Let's pull it up and see what old Timmy's publicist had to write for him. Of course, he couldn't do it by video. He couldn't put out a real apology. He put it out over fucking Instagram. But let's take a read, and we're going to diagnose some things as we go through this, okay? He says, I want to take full and unequivocal responsibility for a serious mistake. Over the years, I made public statements and gave interviews in which I unintentionally misstated
that word.
Most notably, I implied directly or indirectly that I had been awarded the Bronze Star Medal with Valor. No. You didn't imply shit. You stated directly, yes, I have a Bronze Star Medal with Valor, and then told a bullshit story about how you got it. You didn't do that on accident. You didn't do that unintentionally. If you're going to apologize, and this is one of 1,000 things he's lied about, right? So, again, finally, after 7 months, he apologizes for one little thing he lied about. Not lying about his 20-plus combat deployments or killing 20 people from a sniper tower or killing a bunch of women.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. He admitted he lied about the stolen Valor, but he hasn't admitted he lied about all the other stuff. He's keeping that one close to his chest, you know? Yeah, that's a very good distinction to make. That whole apology was only about the stolen Valor, that award, but not about everything else.
Women and children, or throwing grenades at children, or, executing dead soldiers in Afghanistan. None of that.
Big up Coin in the stream chat. You're my Valor now. You're my Valor now. It's fucking insane. Oh.
But just this one. But let's keep moving. It says, that is not true, and there is no excuse for it. Man, it's crazy. It took 7 months for you to admit this. I never received that honor, and I deeply regret suggesting otherwise. I don't think so. That kind of recognition is sacred. Yes, it is. To those who truly earned it, and to their families and brothers in arms, I offer my sincere and direct apology. What I said disrespected your service, and I take full ownership of that. No, he's not taking any fucking ownership of his lies. Barely. All he's doing is that he's finally caught so red-handed that he has to admit to one lie. All right? I was young when I stepped into the public eye. You made those lies in 2017 and 2019, dude.
Exactly. You're 40.
You weren't that young.
You're in your 40s.
And while I wasn't prepared for the scrutiny or pressure that came with it, that doesn't absolve me. I should have known better. Integrity is not situational, and I failed to uphold the standards I claim to represent. To the military and veteran community, trust me, there's no coming back for you with us. Especially those I've served in combat and lost people they love. I'm deeply sorry. I know that I've let many of you down. You had every right to expect more from me and didn't live up to that. Okay, so before we get into this last part, I want you guys to understand something. Okay? This needs to be very clear to you. Tim Kennedy is not finally apologizing and admitted that he lied and admitting we're right after 7 months. He's doing it because he's under investigation by USAC.
Whoa.
And his lawyer is making him do it. Okay? He's got no integrity. He doesn't actually feel bad about this.
Exactly.
Okay? It's all fucking PR bullshit because he's so caught red-handed. Let's keep moving. This apology is not the end. It's the beginning. I'm committed to rebuilding trust through honest reflection, visible accountability, and ongoing service to the community I misrepresented myself to. I will no longer speak about my service in a way that elevates me beyond what I actually did. From now on, my words will be guided by truth, humility, and respect. I understand the words alone don't heal disappointment and restore trust. Only time and action will. Yeah, you need to get on a fucking podcast with Brent Tucker and myself, and we can do a 4-hour-long podcast where we go through every goddamn thing you've lied about in your military career. How about that? How about you do that? Then we'll all absolve this. We'll say that's good enough. This bullshit fake apology ain't going to get it done. All right, so thank you to those who've held me accountable, me and Brent Tucker. Yeah, you're welcome, I guess. You didn't reach out to us. You didn't let us know about this, so don't think you really give that much fuck about us, right? Yeah, that's a little fake ass. Thank you. I'll do my best to honor that accountability from this point forward. Tim Kennedy. You would think, like,
What a piece of shit.
Having him have to fucking begrudgingly teeth pull admit that we were right the entire time after telling us to go fuck ourselves, after mass bot reporting our videos, after trying to send all those little meat riders to downvote our videos. You would think after all that we'd be okay with a half-assed apology, but we're not. Nope. You gotta actually come fucking clean. We are not done with you. Not I unintentionally misrepresented a thing I said. Not gonna do it, bud. Hope you see this, because yeah, fuck that, dude.
I love it. Honestly, I'm shocked. I thought they were going to let him off lightly. I thought they were all going to accept the fucking apology and keep it moving. I did not know they were going to go this hard on him. Wow. Look at the videos that have been recommended. Look at the videos that have been recommended. Stolen valor. Delusional. They can't stop lying. Look at all the videos that have been recommended. Look at all the recommendations. Stolen valor, liar. Oh, honestly, I cannot wait until Brendan sees this, man. I love RM. I love RM Brown. He's fucking brilliant. I love RM Brown. I fucking love RM Brown. He's fucking brilliant. Watch him all the time. I'm gonna save that one for my lunch. But brilliant. For once, I don't have any faith in the world. I'm sorry. I watched too much DSP. I watched too much Wings of Redemption. I watched too much Boogie 2988. I watched too much lolcow content. And I think all of those guys are fucking horrible people who should be on the street somewhere shaking their little tin cups. But most of those guys make like 60 grand a year, streaming online, living the good life, and being pieces of shit. Getting away with lying, cheating, stealing, whatever, all this sort of shit. So it makes me, feel a little bit like karma doesn't exist. People don't really care about scamming. The amount of people, influencers online, have been doing mad fucking rug pulls with cryptocurrency. Hawk Tua girl got away with it completely scot-free. Like, forgive me for being jaded. Forgive me for being a little bit black-pilled. But it's good to see for once. For fucking once. A liar, a charlatan who's had everything handed to him, who has all the powerful friends, allies in the fucking government, allies in fucking the army, at the highest branches, who has fucking Rogan in his back pocket, still cannot get away with it. I love it. Even if Rogan doesn't address it, even if Brendan tries to fucking take credit for it, all right, it doesn't matter. He's been exposed as a liar. Life will never be the same again. Always be known as a fucking liar. Especially the worst kind. Stolen valor from your dead fucking comrade. From your dead fucking fellow soldier. Someone you count as a friend. You're a real piece of shit, bro. You are a real piece of shit. Anyways. Yeah. Big up Uche in the stream chat. Well gone, darling. Big up Uche in the stream chat. Bang your chest. Big up, big up everybody. Oh, my fucking stream, my chat went away again. Big up everybody in the stream chat tuning in. That was fucking brilliant. Appreciate everyone that contributed. Big up Mr. Bob for the suggestion of this guy. Valhalla VTF. Great. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on his one. I'm going to keep out on our next episode of the Anti-Hero podcast. I'm going to be on my edge of my seat. If they do that show live, I might live stream it. If Anti-Hero podcast do a fucking podcast live, I might have to live stream that shit. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait. When Anti-Hero podcast do a new pod, I will be there. I'm not going to lie. I will fucking be there. Have they even announced it anyway? We got Anti-Hero podcast. Have they announced a new episode yet? If they announce a new one, I will fucking be there. What's they saying on their stories? Anything there? Pick up Anti-Hero Podcast. Because if they announce something, nothing just yet. Nothing at the moment. Oh, okay, that's amazing. The AI image, Twinkle Twinkle Little Brown Star with a V, a Tim Kennedy children's book. Brilliant, fucking brilliant. Twinkle Twinkle Lullaby Lab. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Okay, so they've made their feelings clear. When are they gonna record a new episode though, man? Let us know. We're hungry. We're hungry. The fans are hungry. When are you gonna record a new episode? When are you gonna let us know while gone? I guess we have to wait. Let's actually go back to the Reddit actually. Let me go back to the Reddit quickly. We got everybody in the stream chat tuning in. If you like the stream, you like what you see, you hear what you like, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, become a member. We're trying to hit 500 members by the end of July. So if you can become a member, click the link in the description, so gift the membership, all that good shit, opt in for gifted ones. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's continue. Let's see some other clips here, courtesy of the fucking Joe Rogan Reddit, before we continue on. Let's see this one. Tim Kennedy exposed about being wounded in battle and doubles down only to be exposed. Let's clear this one. He lied about being wounded in battle. Bro, what did he lie about? That's what I want to know.
One of the things that wasn't on that DD-214 is a Purple Heart. I was injured while I was in combat, and you can watch. You can go back to fights in 2003, 4, 5, and 6, and you're gonna see my neck and my back one way, and then from 2007, 8, 9, and till today, you'll be like, whoa, he looks significantly different. And you're gonna notice a bunch of brown marks on my shoulder and my neck.
Fights is proof. From a guy who takes more pictures of himself than a Kardashian, you're telling me you don't have a single shred of evidence and picture of proof. In fact, what you said was you gave us a homework assignment, and you're like, you go look at my fights. Why didn't you bring still photos of your fights?
Exactly.
You said you have all this, your neck's not the same, you have all these brown marks.
Yeah.
You're right there. Show them to us.
No wonder him and Brendan are friends, innit? There's so many similar. I never noticed it until now. No wonder they're friends. Even the way they lie, no wonder they're fucking friends. And they're actually really good friends. It makes so much sense why Brendan and fucking Tim Kennedy are friends. Big up Nikki HSG. That's what it should be. It don't wonder why these people, whatever. It's because they're friends. They see a lot of each other. They see a lot of themselves in each other. Sorry. Wow. Even that point they made about the pictures. Brendan's the same. I don't think I know a single male that takes as many, even people into fashion. Brendan's got so many pictures of himself, selfies and shit. What the fuck are you doing, bro? It makes a lot of sense why they're friends. Let's see. Let's see. What's that? Joe's kind-hearted, merciful friend Tim Kennedy chokes out Steve-O, then drops his head directly on the stage. Oh my god, that is brilliant. What's this one about? Oh, I guess it's one of those challenges that Steve-O was doing, innit, back in the day, wanting to get choked out and shit. I don't get this sort of stuff, to be honest. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. When I said dropped him, I didn't think they meant dropped him. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I definitely believe he killed women and children, though. Maybe stolen Valour, not true, but if there's accusations of him killing innocent women and children, I believe it. If there's accusations of this guy killing innocent women and children, I believe it. Jesus Christ. Jesus. So irresponsible. Fucking hell. As a former trained fighter as well, that is unforgivable, bro. Let's see. Psycho Tim Kennedy brags and lies about committing war crimes.
And they meet up with a second ODA. The second ODA has bounded back into a support by fire position with the Czechs, and they are killing anyone that even looks at trucks the wrong way. And if you were a man and you were outside, you are probably dead. It was absolute dominance.
That, Tim, is called a war crime.
I was going to say, is that how Green Berets do it?
That is what's commonly
I'm frustrated.
referred to.
He sounds like a child, isn't it? He sounds like a child. If you were a man of combat age, you are eliminated. No questions asked. You were terminated. Oh, that book sounds like a laugh. I might have to buy it. That book sounds hilarious.
Every dude dies.
Everyone gets it. You look at me, you get it. You look at me, you die. You breathe, you die. It's crazy. That is not how Green Berets operate. And shame on you, Tim, for putting that out in a book. Again, I know it sounds cool and it makes you.
Exactly. What else I got to say here? Let's do a couple more, then we'll move on. Tim Kennedy claims he publicly addressed down his commanding officer while in battle.
The mission is being accomplished and that we are winning. But I don't have any of those guys to yell at. I have this poor captain who probably feels the same way I do and has his hands tied behind his back, but I don't care because he is here and they aren't. I am insubordinate as fuck, and I tell him he's a pussy for not doing it. I add a bunch more colorful insults about his height, weight, hair color, and anything else I can think of, and close it all out by basically telling him he's prioritizing officer bullshit over his men. I can tell you that 99% of him doesn't deserve it, but I also wish he would just blow off whatever orders he had and make the call to demolish that thing, because it is the sturdiest, most bullet-resistant, hardest-to-breach building in the entire town. So it's still 1% his fault.
Tim, you're the most junior guy on this convoy, and if you think for a second that he went up to the ground force commander and called him a pussy and made fun of his height, his hair, his size, and all that, and dressed him down, that I couldn't wait to talk to Travis. That we began the episode with this about, you're gonna
he's talking about Travis.
He's
right?
talking about Travis right now, and at some point, when your lives get personal, you went too far. And this is what really got him in trouble.
This kick-started a lot of the investigation.
This kick-started a lot. It sure did. We got so much more information after this.
What?
Yeah, and that's it. Travis was mad enough to fight him when he heard this. Like, it was...
Because Travis hadn't read the book.
Travis hadn't read the book. And he's like...
Oh, so Assad Aziz was right. People just got around to reading the book. No one was paying attention to him. And people just got around to reading the book. And when they read the book, they're like, hold on, what the fuck did you just say? What the fuck did you just say? Oh my God. That is so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny. The book legitimately fucked him. If he just would have kept lying on pods, probably wouldn't have got anywhere. But when he put it in black and white, whee!